Just to back up, the starters this afternoon were Kirk Saarloos for the A's and the powerful Freddie Garcia of the White Sox, and both comported themselves very well, getting out of difficulties. The ability to throw the ground ball helped Saarloos a lot in his 5 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits and just a run. He did walk 5, but he was able to get ground ball outs that broke the back of would-be rallies in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and his successor, Houston Street, got a key ground ball double play off the bat of Jermaine Dye in the 6th. The A's turned 4 in all, and Saarloos got the bulk of his outs on the ground, 13 ground ball outs for 5 1/3. Meantime, Garcia was a tough customer. He's the only pitcher today who threw a 1-2-3 inning. He did it twice against the A's. Allowed only 4 hits and 1 run in his 7 innings on the mound, but like Saarloos, came away with a no decision. Saarloos gave up his only run in the 1st inning after getting 2 ground ball outs. He walked Carl Everett on 4 pitches and had to face Paul Konerko. Saarloos ready again. There's a breaking ball hitting to right center, slicing away from Kotsay into the alley. That is a chance to roll to the wall. Kotsay cuts it off at the warning track. Around 3rd and heading for the plate is Everett, getting the go-ahead. Here comes the throw, too high. He scores standing. Stopping at 2nd is Konerko with a double and his 17th run batted in of the year. Guy up next looked at a 3rd strike and that ended the threat. Saarloos threw his first double play ball in the 2nd after giving a leadoff walk to Aaron Rowan. And in the 3rd inning, he gave up a leadoff single to Joe Creedy. And with the speedy Scott Fitzednick at the plate, his mates turned a beauty.
Saarloos ready to the plate, and it's a chopper, and Saarloos has got it on the mound. He flips over to 2nd for 1, back to 1st. Now, they got the double play. They got the call at first base by Mike Winters, and Ozzie Guillen isn't happy at all about that. Good job by Saarloos fielding his position on a chopper back to the hill, flipped over to 2nd in time for the 4th, and a fast runner nailed on the throw to first base by Scudero.
Scudero gave the A's hope to at least even the score in the 3rd inning when he opened with a triple, banged off the scoreboard in left field, but he wound up at the end of the inning still on 3rd base. As Charles Thomas struck out, after Kotsay walked, Kendall hit into a 6-4-3 double play, and the A's were still in the frustrated mode. But after 2 were out in the 4th inning, Rubio Durazo worked the full count.
Freddie Garcia up on the hill, now the windup, the 3-2 pitch, and it's swung on and hit deep to right center field. Rowan going back. Rowan is going to watch, and we have a tie ball game. Rubio Durazo with his 2nd home run this year. A deep shot to right center field. A's 1, Chicago 1. On a 3-2 pitch, Durazo has tied it up.
And Ken, when the ball left his bat, it's one of those, it might get to the warning track, and all of a sudden it's just extension, and it just kept going.
That ball really had some carry.
Saarloos yielded walks number 4 and 5 with 1 out in the 5th inning, giving the Sox hope that something might gel to pad their totals. But Joe Creedy paid his bid, and yet he was trumped by the A's Gold Glove 3rd base. Righty against righty. Creedy bounced it hard. Diving stop behind 3rd. Chavez gets up, runs to the bag, throws to first. Not in time. But a sensational force out at 3rd base. And that's got to be the play of the afternoon unless somebody comes up with a miracle the rest of the day. Holy Toledo. What a gem. Right on the line, 20 feet behind 3rd base. Reaction time almost 0. But Sednick then obliged by hitting a weak tap to the mound. The inning was over, and we continued all even at 1-1. 6th inning, another threat for the visiting White Sox. Singles by Harris and Everett started the inning, and on a force out, runners were at 1st and 3rd, and Guy was coming up, and at that point, Ken Malcolm went to his bullpen for Houston Street. Guy hit one solidly up the middle, and sometimes on this particular play, it works against the defense when the pitcher gets his glove on it. Today, it was just a matter of baseball billiards. But right now, he's in the driver's seat at 2-0. The veteran against the rookie. The ground ball knocked away by Street. To 2nd, Ellis has it over to Scudero. Scudero to 1st, and they got a double play. 1-4-6-3 on a ball headed up the middle, deflected by Street, and still time enough to get Jermaine Dye, who doesn't run that fast anymore. And the A's get their 4th double play of the day. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, even 1-1. One little moment that didn't figure in the outcome of the ball game, but brought a nice response from the fans, was Charles Thomas batting in the 5th inning with 2 out, singling to right field, ending a string of 24 consecutive at-bats without a hit to start the season. And, well, here's what it sounded like.
Here's the pitch.
There's a shot up the middle for a base hit, and Charles Thomas is on the board for 2005. His first hit after an 0 for 24 start, and the fans are well aware of that and letting him hear it.
Well, he wants the baseball. It's his first American League hit, so Ron Washington getting it, or asking for it, but A.J. Przinsky sends it over in the dugout.
See what a good guy he is?
He's hoping this becomes an official game.
That's true.
Oh, that's a horrible thought, huh? Well, the bullpens were much in command at this point. Street pitched a shutout inning in the 7th, giving up a walk. Garcia finished his stint, yielding a leadoff single in the 7th inning to DeRosa. They got him to third base, but Scudero struck out to end that threat. In the 8th inning, the White Sox had a problem for Adamaso Marte on a single and a walk. He walked Chavez intentionally with first base open, but Hatterberg grounded into a double play, and so it went. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, in fact, or top of the 8th inning, Konerko was up with a runner at third base, and on a 3-2 pitch, popped high to third. So nobody was able to make a breakthrough. It appeared that might be in the offing for the White Sox in the top of the 9th, but it came to grief in the end. There were 2 out, runners at first and second, and Joe Creedy was at the plate. First of all, on a curveball inside, Creedy appeared to be hit. Well, he was hit by the pitch, but Hunter Wendelstedt, the plate umpire, immediately ruled he made no effort to get out of the way. In fact, initiated moving his elbow into the pitch. Ozzie Guillen came out and was in such high dudgeon that the end result was that Hunter Wendelstedt gave him the thumb. He was out of the ball game. So now Creedy was up there with a ball 2 and strike 2 count. And here's where it was settled. Dukeshire is ready. And he deals. Swung on a high pop-up. Way up there. Right side of the infield. Hatterberg and Ellis. Ellis has it on the grass near the mound. And Creedy is the third out of the top of the 9th, keeping the tie score. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning at 1-1. And another bizarre development. Creedy, obviously unhappy about the previous ruling, on the way to first base on his third out pop fly, either did something or gestured something and got thrown out of the game. And so the bottom of the 9th inning, the White Sox, with 3 infielders unable to play because of injuries today, had Jermaine Dye playing at shortstop and Chris Widger, a backup catcher who had been at third base all day. Really bizarre. And then the drizzle had stopped. The sun had come out. Everybody on defense was getting sunglasses, including Aaron Rowan in center field. But it didn't do him any good on DeRosa's leadoff at bat. Swung on, a breaking ball. It's popped up at a shallow center. Long run for Rowan, but he comes in, shades his eyes, and drops it. He couldn't make the catch. DeRosa around first has to go back. He got a glove on it, but never really got under it. And it's ruled a base hit. He had a long way to come. And now Don Cooper, the pitching coach, is coming out. And with the right-handed batting Ellis coming up, he might make the move to Hermanson. And the veteran Dustin Hermanson indeed did come in. Mark Ellis, for his second straight at-bat, sacrificed DeRosa to second base. Nick Swisher was given an intentional walk, setting up the possible double play. After all, this had been a day of double plays. And the veteran Hermanson got Scudero in a hole quickly, 0-2. Could he put him away? A's and White Sox at 1-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody's been able to break through in myriad of scoring opportunities today. Runners all day long. The set by the right-hander in the pitch. Swung, hit sharply, fair ball down the third base line. Here's DeRosa turning home. The A's win the ball game. They take the series 2-1, and they are back to the 500 mark, all even at 11-11. Marco Scudero wins it for the A's, the first batter in the game for either club today to deliver a hit with a runner in scoring position. Final score, the A's 2, the White Sox 1. Well, we've been talking now for 22 games this year, and probably the most mentioned names are Mark Kotze and Marco Scutero. We'll hear from the